I did this again. What's up with my brain today? I have a little bit of a delayed reaction. So today, I just wanted to touch a little bit on the subject, and it has to do with what's keeping you from your purpose. Okay, now the purpose is such a big, huge subject matter, and so many ways to find out what your purpose is. I figure if I touch a little bit here, a little bit there, and, everywhere else, it might help make it a little bit easier for you to think about, okay? So, I don't know about you, but several years back, I started a business around the same time as a couple other people that I knew, and they were getting tremendous success. I thought I was doing everything that they were doing. And I thought, why them? Why not me? What am I doing wrong? I'm listening to motivational, and I'm definitely peppy, positive, and all that. What is up with that? So naturally, it's only natural to feel a little bit envious of someone else's success when you're trying to do the same thing and it's not quite working. But if you take a little bit different angle of looking at it, it might help you a little bit better. Because what you probably should be doing is when you see somebody succeeding what it is that you want to succeed in, be happy for them. You can keep an eye on what they're doing so that you can learn from those experiences and see what you can apply to your day-to-day and your business. Okay? It really it's a challenge. What works for one doesn't work for another. You have to find the best route that is for you. And I discovered that what they were doing ultimately was not what my purpose was. So it's something that you have to investigate, something that you need to think about, meditate on, and just work on figuring it out. And then if you discover that there are a couple of things that they're doing that you weren't doing, try them out. Implement them. You never know what's going to work, right? So I highly recommend that. So meditation definitely helps. And I like watching motivational videos or inspirational videos. My favorite speaker is Les Brown. I've made that known to a number of people, and they're like, yes, we know you like Les Brown, but some of them hadn't really heard him. Some people would say, oh yeah, he's great. And then others were like, oh, that's nice. And then all of a sudden they listen to one of his videos that I post on my Facebook wall or something like that. And they're like, I see why you like him now. So it's all a part of your mindset, believe it or not. And it also has to do with what you're doing. So you really have to work on bringing things together. So some of the things that you might want to consider is maybe you have thoughts in your head that you think might be helpful, but you don't say them. So you can say, well, what am I not saying that needs to be said? That could be an eye-opener if that applies to you. And it's funny because there's this phrase that I heard years ago that every now and then I say to myself, let me see if I can think of it. It's like, what is it about me that I'm not getting? What is it about me that I'm not getting? It's really simple. And sometimes your answer pops off your head. So you can always give that a shot, see if anything comes up, or maybe you just feel some energy and you're like, oh, I need to get this out. Let it out. Let it out. Or you might suddenly come up with an idea that you're like, that's it. And then work on that. So it's also possible that you feel like you're not being heard or that you're being left out. Now and then I felt that way, especially if I'm in a big group of people and a lot of those people have a tendency to know a good number of other people and I don't know anybody. Oh, I feel a little left out. But you know what? There's always somebody, at least a one somebody, if not a group of somebodies, that will take you under their wings and help you feel more comfortable. And all you have to do is listen and shake hands or say hello and see where the conversation goes. And you never know when somebody's going to say something that all of a sudden you're like, wow, I wonder if that could be a part of my purpose. Because like I've said before, no man is an island. No matter what you do, you affect other people affect you. We all are affected by each other. We are all helped by each other, and it's possible that we can hurt each other. Ideally, we want to help, not hurt. So think about that and how you can make an impact on the world for the better, because that could wind up being part of your purpose, your message, your mission. We'll go into that a little bit more because I've kind of gone back and forth on message and mission and what's the most important thing. And it's really good to get more clear on that. And in my membership site and on the coaching, we go into gaining more clarity. Because when you're gaining more clarity about you, I guess I should be going like this. You, what it is that you want out of life, how you want people to see you, whether you want them to see you as bold, vibrant, and fun. Like those are my 3 choice words. But every now and then it could be visionary. It could be helper. It could be friend or specialist, or there's a whole gamut of adjectives that you can use for how you want people to see you. Loving, kind. Okay, and then there's like you choose 3 words for that, and then you can choose 3 other words on how you want to be in relationships with other people, whether it be for your business, whether it be for personal, whether it be for a social situation. And if you keep those words in your mind, especially the self, I like the self a lot, but if you keep as many of those words in the back of your mind, you can even keep them on your phone. Oh, too many messages. You can keep them on your phone so that you can kind of get a daily reminder, or a few times a day you can remind yourself of these words. And like another one I have is, I am a beautiful, confident creator. Doesn't that sound empowering? And the reason why I chose those words, well, first off, I knew I was beautiful inside, but I didn't necessarily feel beautiful on the outside. And then confident, because I wanted to be more confident in my choices, because it took me a long time to discover what my purpose was. So confident is a very important word for me. And then creator, because I like being creative. It's fun. Like this drawing right here, this drawing I did, oh gosh, I don't even remember, several years ago, a long time ago. And it's a picture of my brother and I when we were babies. It's a black and white picture. Here, I can show you. So I had the art in my background. Doesn't that look pretty similar? Anyways, I have art in my background, but I discovered that my purpose has more to do with people and interacting with people and helping people, to be able to get more clear and to be able to move forward, to heal, to transform themselves into someone that they actually like or love, and to be more successful. So I use my artistic creating abilities in my posting of quote pictures and stuff like that, and just kind of eyeballing things. So I am using it to an extent, but I could use it more. So I think as I go along, I will be incorporating more of the artistic side, for the drawing and stuff like that. So I want to remind you that you have talents. You have certain gifts. And those gifts mixed in with things that have happened to you, for you, around you, your interactions with people, cultures, it all mixes in together. I don't know if you know this, but it helps make you unique and special. Isn't that cool? Now, you may not feel like it's anything special, but you are. You're unique for sure. And you are special because there's people out there that need to meet you, to hear your story, to for you to help or to help you. So for you to be able to grow and learn from these experiences and gifts and talents and experiences, then it will help you to learn, as you're learning your lessons from all of this, and it'll help you to evolve so that you don't beat yourself up because of whatever occurred, right? Or because of how you feel about yourself. It's time to stop beating yourself up. You are the permission to start working on what makes you happy. Let out what's inside, because all you have, all you need is within you. Okay? And then appreciate everything. Appreciate what you've learned. Appreciate things you have right now, not necessarily material things, because those can always go away, but appreciate, you're going to probably think I'm silly, but appreciate the butterflies that fly around. Appreciate the birds chirping and the green trees or the grass or the bushes or the flowers, and appreciate the noises your dog makes. He's down here and he's kind of like, fortunately, he's he's pretty quiet, so it doesn't sound so bad. But appreciate everything, because there's so many wonders out there. And if you live in a thankful, gratuitous life from when you wake up. You're like, oh, thank you for giving me a good night's sleep. Or if you didn't get a good night's sleep, maybe you're like, thank you for giving me that great idea. Or thank you for at least making my bed comfortable. And for me not being too hot or too cold or anything like that. Thank you for the food. Thank you for the water. Or whatever you drink, and thank you all day long. Or thank you for a memory, a moment in time, that happens to come to your mind. All that can make a difference for the better for you. You will definitely feel a lot better. And if you feel like you don't have anything of worth, if you feel like you're not worth it, if you start thanking God or whatever source you tend to think of, thank them, thank the air, the universe for those little things, because all those little things add up. And if you're doing it all throughout the day, then you can't help but feel better, because it's you're looking at moments in time, moments of thankfulness, and they all add up. It'll make a big difference for you. And be kind to yourself and love yourself. I know I've mentioned this before, but oh my gosh, Helen Hay. I suddenly forgot. Oh my gosh, I have to look this up. I'm suddenly Louise Hay. Louise Hay. Okay, Louise Hay of Hay House. She's passed away, but she has a tremendous library of a variety of books and phrases and things like that that you can look at. And one of them has to do with life loves me. Her and Robert Holden put that book together. And I love it because it's just a sweet little book. And it made me feel so much more appreciative. And it has to do with what they call mirror work. And you're basically looking at yourself in the mirror and say, I love you. It feels really weird at first. But if you do that 30 days in a row, you will notice a difference in the way you feel about yourself. And you can say, I love you. Life loves you. The world loves you. And I like to do it when I'm walking. And I also like to add in a breath. So I go like, life loves me. And it just feels better. It's like it gets something moving along inside you. So I just wanted to bring this to your attention, because when you're searching out, trying to figure out what your purpose is, there's a lot of things that could be blocking you from discovering it. So work on these things, like the toxic or the bad habits, some other, mind negative thinking. You want to work on this, and then thinking about what kind of talents and gifts and experiences you have that could possibly be useful, to be able to help other people with, or to be able to interact with people. Not everybody has to have a business. You might be looking, you might be not happy with your job and you want to find a new job, a new company. It could be a consideration for when you are applying for jobs, because you want it to feel right. You want to be happy while you work. I used to go into the office when I worked for this company, and I worked in the office for a couple of years, and then to work for them. I came in like a couple of times a month because it was just too long of a drive. But when I came in, I was like joyous, and it was almost like I was bouncing off the walls. And they just look at me and they're like, yes, you're here. I just love the air about you, and how much you smile and make us laugh and stuff. Why not have fun with life? If you're having fun with life, if you're thinking positive, if you're working on removing bad habits, if you're working on loving yourself more, you very well might just find your ultimate purpose. I'm going to leave it at that. I do hope that you found this message of value, and that, and if you do, if you would kindly like my YouTube video and share it, make a comment. If you have other you'd like to put on, please feel free to make comment and subscribe. I'll talk to you later. Bye.